Her Opinion Show, the podcast you didn't know you needed. Real talk, bold truth, her voice, her vision, her rules. Let's get into it.
Nushin, I can't believe you're bringing me to a new place for a date night.
Yes, big announcement. Big announcement. We are in a new studio,
Yes,
new set.
love it.
We finally get to be excited again.
Yes,
I think we've been so freaking drained. It's
yes.
been affecting our marriage.
It has been new furniture. We started new,
Yes.
everything new, new furniture, a new us.
And us, listen, we know that we've been slacking on the content.
Yes.
We know that, like, I felt like it's gotten a little boring,
hmm
but we've been really stressed out. We
It's
were
it's like that marriage when you've been in it, it just gets like a routine.
stale.
It's stale. We gotta shake it up a little bit.
Yeah, but I think we had been stressed out. We are finally now coming out of that era. We're seeing the light. God heard our prayers. We found a new studio.
Yes.
The quality is so much better.
Yeah.
Everything here is
It's
just gonna
cute
be,
too.
yeah.
I mean, I love the pink. I even wore this for you
Yeah, she was not
because I'm
dressing
always
up.
dark.
She wasn't even dressing up anymore.
I didn't even brush my hair or
No,
anything.
I was like just so over
I
it.
fixed up for her today.
Um, but yeah, so I think we're gonna have great things coming.
hmm
We have more time. We're not editing as much as we used to
I
be.
know.
So that means we have more time to work on content, on getting talking more of just us.
hmm
Cause I feel like previously we didn't have a lot of just me and you time. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't even know if you guys really know us because
No.
it's been so much guests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there never was any time to kind of spend on us because we were so busy trying to do all the other stuff on the back end.
Yeah.
But I hear that something's coming up this coming month with you, which I'm excited for because you know me and the daytime talk when we have her opinion, which we love to get a little bit edgy. But I am excited for you because
Yeah, and I
you're having
haven't
your
had
show,
much time to really work on it like I wanted to.
but
So
it's coming.
yeah, it's coming. I've had to prolong it a little bit. I just want this one to be really on point to what I'm trying to get across. And it's that after dark talk is what you talk about, not here, not during the day. It's with your girls when you're like talking about what happened on the date. What happens in your marriage.
Mhm.
It's the girly talk. It's talking about the size matter. It's talking about like all the things that you normally wouldn't put on camera. And of course, not all of it will be on
Yeah.
camera. It's going to be a subscription channel, so
And
you'll
sometimes when
yeah.
you're talking about a serious conversation, you don't want to bring in something like, so how's your marriage? You know?
Yeah, like we'll be talking about the viral trend of Dubai chocolate, but it's really not what you think.
Exactly. I didn't know what it was. I had to ask about that.
It's really
I was like,
not
can
what
I
you think.
unhear this?
Yeah.
But
Just so much of that stuff, and that's where I hope to have the fun,
yeah.
Not that this isn't fun, but it's like the darker fun, right?
Yeah.
The stuff that
Yeah.
my mom would be mortified if she heard me talk
Yeah.
about.
That's why it's subscription.
Yeah.
So you gotta
Yeah.
pay to
Pay
gotta
to
pay to
yeah.
hear it.
Well, all you just stay tuned. Stay
Just
tuned.
stay tuned. So we're excited about that. But so you had said that we don't know each other very much. So we're gonna
No,
just
not us, but you guys
no,
don't
and
know.
say they
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, we know each other because we've been working together for quite a bit, which we can get into that because sometimes in business, you have some of the friends or some of the people that you feel that they were going to be there for you and they're not.
Yeah.
But I get that's another show. But about you, so let's and about me. But give us one piece of advice you'd give your 20-year-old self.
My 20-year-old self. Um,
Well, what were you doing at 20? Did you
I
already
was
have
partying.
Okay, but you didn't have your son yet, did you?
I had my son at 22.
Okay.
So I was partying. Um, but if I could, I would say, so I think I was not a person who was hard on myself. I
Mhm.
was more enjoying the moment. But I would say that you don't have to rush into a relationship.
Yes.
Definitely would say go experience life. Don't put all that energy into someone. Enjoy it and think about that later.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, I have something to say, but that might be
No,
for
answer.
after dark.
You gotta answer
That'd
this.
be that'd be for after dark. Well, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I've shared it with you, but at 20 years old, so my parents were very strict.
Mhm,
And I really wasn't able to get into a lot of relationships. So I ended up leaving my parents' house to go with a guy to
mhm.
move out because they're very strict.
You had one option.
I had one option, but I ended up marrying him behind my parents' back. And we went to the county or
Mhm,
whatever and got married. And then I was living with him because I thought to myself, it was a strict Christian home.
mhm.
So it's like, you don't go live with somebody unless you're married to
Right.
them. So I was
You thought
married.
that was the
I
best
thought that was
option.
the best option. It turns out that this guy, well, I didn't know he was
He
married
was a con
already.
artist, basically.
Yes, he was a con artist. He had given me a ring that I thought, I'm 20 years old, like, I don't know. He gave me this huge diamond ring. So when we ended up splitting up because I found out he was cheating on me, I mean, of
Mhm.
course, he had a wife and he had kids. I didn't even know about all of this stuff. And the worst thing of all is
Where did he
because
move you?
to an apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the apartment was under my name. I was so naive and I was so stupid. He ended up taking out credit cards in my name that I didn't even know he was doing.
Mhm.
And not only that, I mean, I had absolutely no idea he had this whole family going on, you
And
know.
you were supporting under
I
his
would get
credit
under
card?
his credit cards because
Yeah,
I wasn't even making any money. He was apparently
taking care of
taking
you,
care of me, but it was the other way around,
but
which I didn't
ruining your
know,
credit.
ruining my credit at 20 years old. Well, so when we ended up
I bet
splitting,
your parents had a field day when you
my
yeah.
parents had no idea where I was at. And this was
Oh,
back in the
okay.
day, so they didn't have anywhere. They actually put an alert that I was
Oh,
missing.
wow.
Yes.
So Jen, you
I
snuck out.
left I left in a really bad way. That's why now I'm so thankful to my parents and I try to make up for it every day.
Mhm.
But anyways, back then, so when I ended up splitting up, I was like, "Oh, well, I got the diamond ring." I go to the pawn shop and it was fake.
It was fake.
Of
Oh
course it
my
was
gosh,
fake.
yes.
But anyways, that's what I was doing at 20 years old. And then stupid me,
So
after the divorce,
what?
I met my husband for
You
12
didn't,
years.
what is it called? Annul it or
I didn't know.
oh,
Yeah,
your
I
parents
didn't
didn't
have my
know.
law
Your
degree.
parents didn't
My
know
parents
either.
didn't know I was still away from my parents. And then, of course, I didn't learn my lesson. I met my husband. That was my
Mhm.
husband for 12 years, and I got married
Again.
again. So that's
So
what I
what
was
would you
doing at
wait,
20 years
so
old.
what would you say to yourself?
Don't do that. Like, wait, just like you said, like, why have to rush into a relationship? Like, why even if you are brought up in a strict
Yeah.
home, that isn't the answer. Go live your life, and
And
then think about that
obviously you
later.
learn from the lessons, the
Oh
mistakes you
Lord.
make, the
Yeah,
lessons
it
are
took
what
longer for
gets
this
you to where
this
you're
other marriage.
to say that.
It does.
To say, "Wait, wait, don't do
Exactly.
it."
Yeah, so my
Yeah.
husband now, I mean, we knew each
It
other
took you
for
3 times,
so yeah,
right?
exactly, and that's just sounds so bad because
I don't think it does. I think that that's again what society puts on you as a person. Like I think 3 times is because you did move too fast when you were young. You
yeah,
shouldn't have had that marriage. And then the second time is the father of your children.
mhm,
You were with each other, but it wasn't a great marriage. You
no.
know what I mean?
We were both too
Yeah.
young.
I mean, should you have got married the 3rd time? Maybe y'all should have did jack it up. I don't know. We don't know what the right and wrong way is, but
Yeah.
obviously you felt as 2 people, but it's Albert's first marriage, right?
Yes, it
So
is
he
his
needed
first.
to experience
He
the
did.
whole damn marriage, okay?
Yes, he always jokes around and he's like, "Well, he's not that special because 'cause I'm the 3rd one."
He's a 3rd wheel. He's a 3rd
The 3rd one
on
there.
the but yeah, no, I mean, there's no wrongs, I mean, there's no rights or wrongs to it. It's kind of life and you
Yeah.
experience it. Of course, you're like, I regret
I do.
that,
And
but
then for me to have to tell my parents. So once, it was during my second marriage because I had kids and my parents wanted to be, involved in their lives and I had to forgive myself because I felt so guilty
yeah,
for what I did and I felt so stupid to go back and kind of like hear my parents say,
I
"I
told
told
you
you.
so.
I told you so." But you know what? I humbled myself. I went back. I asked them for forgiveness And every day of my life, I try to make up for it.
And you shouldn't some way, but yeah, I mean, you have to give yourself grace, but at the
Yeah,
same time, to have them Jen put out a missing
they
persons
did.
alert, imagine how they felt.
And I didn't
Yeah.
know that they did that, but one day I was driving and I got pulled over,
Whoa.
and then the police officers, they ended up putting me in the cop car, and I thought I had done something, and I'm like,
Oh,
I've never done anything, and it was because there was that
alert.
report, that alert, and they
Wow.
ended up calling my parents, and that was actually the first time I talked to my parents.
Wow. They
Yes.
were like, "Get your
I
ass home."
know, I know,
Well,
but
so when you got home, was it hard?
I mean, I
Like,
was living on my own,
were
but
you
I
did they
ended up going and talking to them about yes, it was hard. It's the pride
Yeah, but how did
because
they feel? Were they more
they were
loving, or
yes, yes.
were they like, "Get your ass
I know. I maybe in another time they would have, but they were just so happy that I
to
was
see you?"
alive
Yeah.
because back then
How much time
it
passed
was probably like a year
without talking to them?
without talking to them.
I would have beat that.
I know. I
But I mean,
know.
after a while as a parent, it's like
It's
like
so
it's like my
stupid.
son being gone in college. It's like I when you go so much time without that connection or
Yeah.
your child, you just something's missing.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, I'm feeling so stressed. I need to talk to my son.
Yeah.
Or and I can imagine after so long, they're like, we just want to see your face again.
Yeah, they
See,
just didn't
they thought you
care.
were dead,
But
Jen.
just the way that I left, because I left in the
Yeah,
middle of the
no,
night.
I'll beat her for you.
Gosh, just talking about it
Now that you have
now,
kids.
now that I have kids and everything, so every day of my life, I try to always I'm so grateful to them because they were so forgiving. Knowing my parents, how they always were, you know how Hispanics are, is like when you fall down, they're like, "Ya ves?"
Mm-hmm.
And then they spank you
Yep.
again because you
No
fell down.
sensitivity at all.
They don't care.
I told you.
I know, I told you. But for them to come and just be like, "We don't
Yeah.
care about anything," and forgiving, that for me really, really changed a lot.
And it is hard for us growing up in that culture because I think they're so strict.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you've got to give your kids a little bit of space
Yes.
because you go do stupid shit like this.
Yes.
And it's because you're running from such a strict household.
Yeah.
And I obviously with our kids, it's like, we try not to repeat that
Yeah.
same thing because we want our kids to
Exactly.
come to us. We want them to talk to us, be open. I could never do those things. Like I remember, and my mom was like, I couldn't do it with growing up myself. And it's like, well, you got to
Yeah.
break some of that cycle
And
because,
I was afraid of my dad. I
Mhm.
mean, I was afraid of my parents and everything, but for me to do that, it was that's why I never called them or I
Mhm.
didn't want to because I didn't want to hear that disappointment
Yeah.
in them. But anyways,
Well,
it's
we
not
just
there
got
anymore.
deep. We got deep.
Sorry.
Question number
Sorry.
two.
Yeah, but that's my
I think
my
we need
regret.
more stories like this. Okay.
All right, what do you wish you would have started sooner?
I think investing in myself. I think as somebody who grew up in a family business, my path was kind of already put there for me. I never really got to figure out who I was or what I wanted to be. So I do think that I wish I would have had the college experience, got to figure out what I wanted to do. Not that I don't love what I do, but I'm finding myself in my 40s, which, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen for a reason. But I really wish I got to be little Nushin figuring that out. You know what I mean? Like, what was it like to not that I didn't party, but to experience college and leave the state. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Actually leave the state but yeah, I wish I would have took some of those experiences on instead of having a kid.
Well, would you have I mean, thinking about it, would you be where you're at right now if you would have
No, I
left? You
mean,
probably wouldn't have had a kid
I
yet
can't
or
say if I would have been better, I mean, I would like to think I would have been even, have
yeah.
more opportunity. But I think, yeah, everything happens for a reason. I don't
Mm,
regret anything.
yeah.
But and maybe you regret dating a couple of people, but I do think that you go through life because your purpose is that's what it is. And whatever it is, why you're blessed to be with the parents you have, with the kids you have, is for some deeper rooted purpose that I guess along the way you figure out.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, but I do, of course, just to have been a little bit more about me. And I'm an only child, so obviously my life revolves around my parents and my only son, that it's like I'm constantly thinking about taking care of them, making sure they're good. And so yeah, so I
Yeah.
think that.
I wish I would have started real estate sooner. I always talk about that, I probably would have been a billionaire
Mhm.
right now if I would have started.
But the world couldn't handle that, Jen.
Exactly, they couldn't handle
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
All right. So, like we had said, the truth about female friendships in business. So, I mean, we've known each other. We've done, I think our relationship has worked because when we first met, it was always kind of like business first.
Mhm.
Friendship kind of came along throughout
I think friendship came with
with
loyalty.
loyalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to know that we back each other up no matter what. We have our opinion. We're different. We don't agree on everything.
We're kinda opposite.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
times me and Jen can be opposite.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But how can you tell when a friend is really a competitor?
I think somebody who likes to be the center of attention,
Mhm,
and I think that likes to take credit for things.
mhm.
I think when a red flag for me is one of the things is I get things done. I'm very creative. I'm a person that can always like come up with stuff. But I feel like when people are around me that like to take the credit for something I do, or because I don't like to brag. I don't like to be like I did that, whatever. But sometimes I feel myself in positions where I have to, because if I don't, somebody's gonna say it. And so that is a red flag for me now that I'm older. Somebody who has to eat off of somebody else's plate to progress. Um, I wish that I maybe see it sooner. A lot of times I give people more grace than they deserve.
Or you overshare a little
Yeah,
bit too
yeah,
much.
oh, I definitely overshare. I overshare what somebody could do. It's shit that I should be selling versus giving,
Mhm.
right? I do think so, but I
But you
think,
do it with the good intention,
of course, I
you
mean, you
know?
want to help people, but then they wind up being shitty people, and then you're like, "Here, I did it again."
And then I'm like, "Nushin, remember that thought that you said?" And then we send
Remember
each
that
other
podcast?
videos. Yeah, we send each other videos
Yeah,
of people that have copied stuff that you have said in front of them, and we
yeah,
know who they are.
yeah. And I think the thing about me though is that I'm a very, you're gone, you're cut.
Yeah.
I won't hang out with you anymore. You're cut. That's it.
The worst thing is that you have to sometimes see them in the circles that you're at,
Yes.
and then you gotta act like
Yeah. Hi.
I
I mean,
know.
hopefully, but yeah, that's probably the awkward part about it. But I mean, that's part of life, you know? I mean, you can't let that affect the way you move and you still do
Mhm.
things. I think the biggest thing is to be loyal to people, because those are the people that are going to stick around for the long haul,
Yeah.
and that's what it's about. What about you?
For me, the because I've been doing business with friends in my business where I try to help them out, especially because I'm a real estate broker. And I encourage them to get their real estate license. I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead and
Mhm.
do it." And then they wanna come to me, and I always tell them, "Hey, you should go interview other firms and stuff like that," but then they wanna come to me. So I'm a friend. I'll have them on. I'll even give them discounts and stuff that I shouldn't be doing
Mhm.
for that I don't do to other people, but I'll do it to them because they're friends. And one of the things that I see is just that they take advantage of it, and then they expect more because I'm a friend. "Oh, well, you should have done even more. Why are you doing this to me?" And then I end up losing them as a friend.
Yeah, that is hard.
That's hard.
I think that's hard, especially when there's one person who is more of the seniority in that,
Yeah.
you know. I've seen that even in family.
Yeah.
It just never it
Doesn't work.
especially when you give people favors or you
Yes.
do things like that.
Or
I
I
think,
give them deals, I want them to succeed because I know they're having a hard time, and I get so many referrals,
yeah,
give them out.
yeah.
And I don't, I should be charging them more for it, but I
Hmm.
don't because I wanna see
I
them.
think you just, I mean, With that, that's business over
Yeah,
friendship, I think. And I think going in, it has to be. I think when we started this and we went into business together, one of the biggest things for us is to be honest
yeah,
and come to each other. And when there's an issue or a situation, and this is the way it is, I think that's the best part about it is that we stay honest to each other. If I feel a certain way or you feel a certain way, we can come and be like, I don't like this or whatever.
mhm.
I think when you're already kind of friends, because it's not that we weren't friends, but
We met.
yeah, we've known each other still before that, but I
Yeah.
think that we went in with an understanding. We
Yeah.
had nothing to lose.
Yeah, we
We
didn't.
didn't have anything to
Yeah.
lose. So,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
think
I had,
even,
you on as, like, the media person helping me, so
yeah,
it was I was paying you,
yeah, I
it
was
was a
doing
business.
Jen's social media,
Yeah.
but then that's nothing because I mean, at the end of the day, with that, it's like you can easily cut
Yeah.
and move on.
Yeah.
But with this coming into business together,
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is that we went into this, we're not sensitive people.
Yeah.
And if you are a sensitive person and the other person isn't,
Mhm.
that usually probably is not going to work.
Yeah.
I think, you just got to be like business minded too. You
Mhm.
got to understand when it comes to how are we making money?
Yeah.
How are we growing, and all of those things. And I think when somebody comes in and you do favors, and it's
Yeah.
just going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And even if it's a friend, you just have to be like, I don't really mix the business and the friendship in certain aspects
Yeah.
because if you've lost a few already, you got
And
to
it wasn't
say,
only that, it was even, doing my personal investments. I hired on friends as general
mhm,
contractors and lost friends because of that.
mhm.
Because you have an expectation. But yes, I learned a lot and lost a lot of money,
Yeah.
throughout that. It was a very expensive lesson learned, but
But
I'm
I
not going to
think
do that
that's the
again.
thing, the problem with women. I think when you
Yes.
work with women, we have a problem because we're all so different. I mean, there's some great women out there, but there's a lot of cattiness and
Yes.
it just happens. I mean, some get competitive,
Yeah.
some get like argumentative. It's just a
Yeah.
hard thing with
And it's
women.
blaming one another. Like they're always going to feel like they're justified in what they did.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, nobody's going to be happy about how things ended. And it's better to just cut that tie and just move on.
Yeah, like if out there if you're listening, I want to know how do you feel about working with friends?
For
Do
real.
you suggest it or is that a hell no? Like
Like
drop that in our comments. Should you
yeah.
work with friends, especially female friends? Or now I'm not saying all don't work out because
Mm-mm.
obviously we have a great relationship with our business. We're able to be honest with each other.
Yeah.
We make it work, but it doesn't work for everybody. Family too. It's
Yeah.
family too. So let us know.
Yeah. And the thing is that it's family. Sometimes that hurts
And
more
more, yeah.
than
Cutting out,
friends.
having to cut out family, that's hard.
God, that
That's
would
hard.
be hard. All right. Let's get a little bit lighthearted here.
Okay.
All right. What's the last thing you bought that you totally didn't need?
Bought that I didn't need. Um, Probably another dang gadget for media.
You did?
Yes. Like, I mean, the one that I bought last time
Yeah.
still haven't used
Yeah.
that little Osmo DJI Osmo or whatever
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
You know what's really funny is I have a thing with my eyebrows. So I have like 10 different eyebrow pencils and I just bought another one.
I need one. Can I
I
have
don't
one?
need it. Yes, you can have it. My deal is
Mine
that
just
the
broke.
last time the person that did my eyebrows, I switched girls and she did it a little bit. That's why my eyebrows are really hairy and you've seen them hairy
Okay.
because I'm growing them out.
Okay. You're
So
lucky
that
mine don't grow hair
oh
anymore.
gosh. So my eyebrow pencil, I have like I'd say I probably have 20 and I just bought another one this
Okay,
week. I
so
don't know why.
that's another thing. So, ladies, that's another question because I feel like eyebrows are the worst nightmare for women.
I think so
I
too.
feel like it's like the most thing on your face that you probably put the
Oh yeah.
most time into trying to get your eyebrows to be like,
Well, have you seen any of your old pictures?
Yeah. Oh,
Like, your
no.
own the first thing that you see is
My
the
eyebrows
eyebrows.
don't grow hair because of my old, like,
Yeah,
plucking. Like,
yeah.
no. Yeah.
Well, because in junior high, and this was me in junior high, it was like the chola thing.
Mhm.
You know, the
The line.
Hispanic, the line. So they were super thin.
Yes.
And then you go into high school and they're a little bit thicker, but they're just different. And
Yeah.
then now that you're an adult, you're trying to grow it out. It doesn't grow out. You got bald spots.
Thank you for tattooing because
Yes, the
I
microblading.
wouldn't have
Yes.
eyebrows, but it's
Yeah.
hard to be a woman.
It
It's
is.
hard to be
It's
a
hard to
woman.
be a woman, but that's the that's unbelievable, but I just thought about that's the
Okay.
worst thing. All right. So let's talk a little bit about relationships. So I'm boring because I'm married, but you,
Are
let's
so
see how
boring
boring.
and not married.
Have you ever texted someone back you knew you shouldn't?
Oh, definitely.
Lately.
Lately, no. No.
Okay. So
But
not within the month.
no.
Not within the not this year?
No, because
No?
nobody's worth it. No.
No?
No.
Last year?
No.
Nobody?
Mm.
Okay, you're boring. I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Pretty much.
What's one thing you'd never admit to your ex?
Probably being wrong in something.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Give
Mm.
us a little bit of.
I well,
It's been a
coming
it's
to
been a
me.
while.
It's
Okay.
not
All
coming to
right. All
me right
right.
now. Oh, wait, maybe keying a car that
What?
yeah,
Wait, you got to tell it.
I
Wait.
can't because I might
Oh,
get
okay.
criminal charges.
All right. We won't say who,
Yeah.
what, when. Who's the worst date you've ever been on?
The worst date? Oh,
Have you been on any lately?
not lately, but
Okay.
I've had it. I don't really like going on first dates like that,
Yeah.
but I did have one and I was younger then, and it was like I was just so into this guy and I thought he was going to be like
How'd you meet him?
through the friends
Oh,
because
okay.
back then it was easier.
Yeah.
And he was such a disappointment. Like, I'm just gonna say back then I had known him already for a
Yeah.
while and he had been trying to like get with me. When we finally got together, he was just the worst letdown I could ever have imagined. And
You're
I
talking about
that
intimately?
intimately that's on After Dark. But whoo, that was horrible.
It's like in your
It
head,
was like
you
a
had this
gummy bear.
idea, right?
It was like a the
Oh,
worms, the gummy
oh,
worm thing.
Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Ew.
can just Next subject. All right. So, what is the pettiest reason you've ever stopped talking to someone?
Mm, that doesn't really count. That was like sixth
No.
grade.
Okay.
Um,
Not lately.
not petty. I don't.
Okay.
It's always for a good reason.
Okay.
Pettiness, no. I
Okay.
mean,
So I got to tell you my
okay.
pettiness, and this probably should be after dark. So, Albert, close your
And
ears.
we're,
But
we'll
this was before Albert,
okay.
and this was after my divorce. I was dating.
Are you talking about a guy?
Yes.
Oh, they're talking about people in general.
Oh, no,
Oh, a
we were
guy.
talking about guys.
Just for like shoes or
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah, eyebrows, like anything.
Really?
Oh, I'm petty when it comes to
Okay.
guys. Sorry.
I mean, I give them the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
So there is this one guy that he was so good looking, but he would always wear like these like turtlenecks or something, right? And so he invited me back to his place. And I don't know if he was trying to impress me, but he ended up taking off his shirt, which was weird. But hold on. So he was like tan and he was super white.
Yeah,
Oh gosh.
yes.
It was like
I cannot.
unbelievable. I cannot. I was just like, I ended up back then it wasn't ghosting, but I ended up saying, well, like, uh,
I
it's
got
getting late. I gotta go. Plus, him taking off his shirt for no
yeah,
reason, like that
and if
was
you take off your shirt, it's to be proud of something,
yes.
not to show off that you're a ghost.
Yes, it was ghost, and there was no muscles or anything.
He showed up, he was a ghost, and I ghosted him.
I ended up never talking to him again. So, anyways, yeah,
Yeah,
that was
well,
it. I
moving
guess that
on.
was petty for me.
Those are good questions, though.
Yes. All right. So let's end because we're almost done with our time. We thought we weren't going to be able to
Yeah,
talk a
we were
lot,
thought we were
you know.
out of, but
Yes.
this is what we need.
So on the next, what is going to be our next date night? Are you going to take me somewhere? We're going to do it.
We'll probably go to a restaurant because I get a lot of
Yes.
collabs.
Yes. I think that would
Oh,
be
but
fun.
let's talk about what we have coming on real quick to
Got it.
wrap up. So, we obviously want to bring more spice to the show. We want to be more entertaining. We kind of got a little boring there. We want y'all to tell us like if y'all have any ideas what y'all might want to see on the show.
Mhm.
But our guests are obviously going to be more intentional. Maybe some fun guests. I do want to start bringing maybe some Houston culture, some food culture onto the
Yeah,
show. So I do want to do some restaurant owners and bring them into the studio versus when we used to go out to the restaurants.
because we love to eat.
Yeah, we do love to eat. So I got some women restaurant owners that I want to bring in. And yeah, so I think some of that and then just us getting more of us on,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, I get to know you more and more every time we're on here.
Yeah, maybe vent. Is the
Yes.
venting
Oh,
down there?
that should be
Yeah.
one that I can vent about for
Yes.
days.
So, oh, and let us know if you like the set. So, if you like our new
Yes.
set, let us know. Put it in the comments, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Cheers.